You didn't lose people by accident. This silence didn't just happen. And this loneliness you feel right now, it wasn't random. Pause. Because if God wanted noise in your life, He would have kept it there. If He wanted distractions, He wouldn't have removed them. But He did, slowly, quietly, one by one. And you're sitting there wondering what you did wrong, asking yourself why everyone left at the same time, why the messages stopped, why the support faded, why the love disappeared. Let me say this clearly, and let it settle in your chest. God did not remove everyone to hurt you. He removed everyone so you could finally hear Him. Pause. You were surrounded before, but you weren't listening. You were busy carrying other people's emotions, busy fixing, busy loving harder, busy staying loyal to people who never stayed loyal to your peace. So God lowered the volume of the world, and when the noise dropped, the silence scared you, because silence forces you to face yourself. And even more, it forces you to face God. Most people think when others leave, it means they failed. They think abandonment is punishment. They assume loneliness means God is distant. But the truth is the opposite. When God wants your full attention, He doesn't shout over the crowd. He clears the room. Pause. This is why it feels personal. This is why it feels deep. This is why it hurts in a way you can't explain to anyone else. Because women don't just connect emotionally, they bond spiritually. You don't just remember faces. You remember tones, energy, moments, promises that were never kept. And when those connections break, it feels like pieces of you break with them. But here's the part no one told you. God had to separate you because you were pouring into people who were draining your ability to hear Him. Pause. You prayed for clarity. You prayed for peace. You prayed for direction. But clarity doesn't come in chaos. Peace doesn't grow in noise. And direction doesn't arrive when everyone else is speaking into your life. So God did the uncomfortable thing. He removed the distractions you were emotionally addicted to, not because they were all evil, but because they were too loud. And now you're alone enough to notice the shift. You're thinking differently. You're feeling more deeply. You're questioning things you used to accept. That's not depression. That's discernment waking up. Pause. This season isn't about what you lost. It's about what you're learning to see. You're learning boundaries you never had. You're learning to say no without guilt. You're learning that love doesn't require self-betrayal. And most importantly, you're learning who you are when no one is watching. That scares people, because the version of you that needed everyone is disappearing. Here's the suspense no one expects. God doesn't isolate a woman to weaken her. He isolates her to remove dependency, because the next level of your life cannot be built on emotional crutches. Pause. Some of the people you lost weren't meant to walk with the woman you're becoming. They only had access to the version of you that overgave, overexplained, and overextended. And God saw that. So He stepped in before your heart broke permanently. Right now, it feels empty, but emptiness is space. And space is where God rebuilds. He's rebuilding how you trust. He's rebuilding how you love. He's rebuilding how you hear His voice without confusing it with other people's opinions. This is a season where your intuition sharpens, where your spirit gets quiet enough to detect what's real and what's fake. Pause. Notice this. You're not as reactive as before. You don't chase closure anymore. You don't beg to be understood. That's growth. And it happened because God removed the audience. Now here's the part that will change how you see everything. The people who left may come back. Some will apologize. Some will pretend nothing happened. But when they return, you won't recognize yourself anymore, because God didn't remove them to teach them a lesson. He removed them to change you. Pause. You're being shaped into someone who doesn't panic when alone. Someone who doesn't settle for half love. Someone who can stand firm even when no one claps. That kind of woman is dangerous to low-effort connections, and God protects his investment. This is why you feel stronger and sadder at the same time. Why you miss people but don't want them back the same way. You're outgrowing what once felt necessary, and that tension you feel inside, that's transition. Pause. God speaks clearest when everything else goes quiet. And right now, he's closer than you think. He's not rushing you. He's not punishing you. He's not ignoring your tears. He's teaching you how to stand without leaning. Because what's coming next in your life requires a woman who hears God clearly, not one who's distracted by voices that don't align with her purpose. So stay, even when it's uncomfortable. Even when nights feel long, even when silence feels loud. Don't run back to noise just to avoid being alone, because this quiet season, this lonely stretch, this emotional clearing, it's where your strength is being formed. And when the world gets loud again, you'll know exactly which voices deserve access. Pause. God didn't remove everyone to abandon you. He removed everyone so he could finally be heard. And now that you're listening, everything is about to change.